Dropping back, and what is he gonna do? He's gonna take it himself. Okay, the old man can still put him up and put him down. The Packers, they win this one 31-24. KB, what you got?
So like doing karaoke, you don't get the words, you just gotta sing it. You gotta know them. I know these words. Jalen Hurts. He is the starting quarterback for Philadelphia Eagles. Early on, it was good. On a 4th and 2, they go for it. Alshon Jeffrey, Peter from
South Carolina.
And look at this. We got tongue flexing and fist bumps and all kinds of stuff on the sideline. There's some juice, you might say. 10-0. Here's your juice. Whoosh! Miles Sanders is going right past Malcolm Jenkins, the former Eagle they mentioned 56 times on the broadcast. He gone, 82-yard touchdown. Longest touchdown by the Eagles since Brian Mitchell. And if you know Brian Mitchell, they were all along with him. Bam! There it is, 2000, 82-yard run. Miles Sanders.
20 years?
Incredible. How about it? Now, 17-0. What is going on? The Saints haven't lost in about the year. Let's go. But Jalen can run. That's 4-5 speed right there. That's not just scrambling. Carson Wentz does it well. This is 4-5 speed. Get down. Jake Elliott missed a really gimme field goal, and this one made it a lot easier. Really strange, like a 22-yard miss. But 17-7. Taysom. What's up, baby? CrossFit Drew Brees chucks it, and it's a touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders. Always a clutch guy. Jared Cook was good last night, too. And the Saints are mounting a comeback. 4th quarter, though. Jalen Hurts has played in a lot of big ones. Taysom Hill looking. No Sweat. Josh Sweat perspires, and they fumble and expire. The ball is on the ground, and the Eagles have it. Lincoln Financial Field was lit up. They haven't had anything like that all season now. 7-2. Give it to Miles again. Give me a little twist. Yeah. Touchdown, Philadelphia. We got a gritty sighting. And there's Drew Brees. Back next week. Carson Wentz back next. See, we don't know. We don't know. It's Taysom and Jalen. And Jalen Hurts is 1-0 as a starter in the NFL. Played very well. Did not make the big mistake. And the Eagles gets a 4-8-1 by beating the preeminent best team in the NFC 24-21. Why don't we hear from the new QB1 of Philadelphia, Jalen Hurts? You won, dude. How was it?
The guys that just told me to be you. Go out there and be Jay Hurts, and everything else will take care of itself. And we all had each other's back. That's the beauty about all of this. We had each other's back going to battle out there against a really good football team, and we have so much. We had so much money we left on the table. So moving forward, we just want to continue to build, learn from our mistakes, and hopefully progress.
Okay, Jalen, what a game. 109 rushing yards. The Saints fall down to the 2 seed. Oof, after that loss to Jalen Hurts and those Eagles. The Packers now in the top spot. Man, Packers look real good right about now. Guys, I like the shakeup at the top of the NFC. It's close. It's going to be week in, week out. How do we feel about the Saints' loss in Philly? It's as if Schrags, they didn't know how dangerous of a runner he was. It was wild what the game plan was defensively.
First career start, it's hard to know what you're going to get from him. But gosh, if I'm a Saints fan this morning, I'm waking up and wondering, okay, when's Drew getting back? Because the bloom is off the rose after last night with how that team came out of the gates. And the defense wasn't great either. The defense hadn't given up a 100-yard rusher, I believe, in 50 games. There was 2 last night in both Jalen Hurts and Miles Sanders. Saints right now, if you're telling me that Drew Brees is back in the next 2 weeks, I'd say, okay, we got Drew Brees, we'll be all right. But if it's one of these murky situations where we're waiting in the wait zone, whatever you want to call it, we're standing by.
The green room?
Yeah, the green. Like, this isn't going to cut it. This team last night is not necessarily going to beat the Rams or have a shot against the Packers. It's got to be Brees or it's got to be something. I don't want to pick on Taysom Hill. He was undefeated until this game. He did what he had to do, but this is a good team with Taysom Hill. They're not a Super Bowl winning team the way they played last night.
No doubt about it. You know, when I was watching this game and I'm trying to figure out the different emails I'm going to send out so we can have certain topics on this show, the first thing I kept thinking about was home field advantage, home field advantage, home field advantage. What if they start to slide in the opposite direction? Because Taysom Hill all of a sudden has shown some weaknesses. Can he throw the ball? Yes. Can he run the ball? Yes. But he also fumbles in crucial moments. And you're sitting back and you're looking at Drew Brees on the sideline. You're like, all right, have those ribs healed up? Because it seems like now teams are starting to figure out what Taysom Hill really is. Now, I'm not saying he's not a good quarterback. He's just not Drew Brees. Now, if this happens for the next few weeks and the road to Tampa becomes a little bit more difficult, do you have the same expectations for the Saints versus if they were running hot and were sitting there with home field advantage? completely different ball game for me. And let me say this. I know we're talking about Saints right now, and there's Eagles fans that are watching. Eagles, congrats on the win. We'll talk about you in a little later on in the show. I don't want you to think that we're coming out of your highlights saying it's all about the Saints. You kicked their butts. So Eagles well-deserved on that victory.
The Eagles are alive.
Yeah.
Washington is on fire, of course, in the NFC East, but now Alex Smith is banged up. We know Eagles are alive, and the Eagles will matter. I can't bang away on the Saints at all for losing this game. They haven't lost in months. They never lose without Drew Brees. They finally dropped a game, traveled across the country, and were flat as hell against a new quarterback and lost. The problem is with New Orleans is that they're not playing Philadelphia. They're not even playing. They're playing Aaron Rodgers every single week. Because this is a thing now. The Saints are 10-3, the Packers are 10-3, and I don't think they're going to lose the rest of the season, the Packers. And there's one bye. One team gets to sit home in their Ugg slippers and watch football for a week, and it was going to be New Orleans for months. They're on cruise control. They got this thing down. The best team in the NFC, they never lose. It's a problem now because you play KC next week. You'll probably lose that game. It's KC is KC. I don't think that the Packers are going to lose again. They're playing too well. Their quarterback is too good. I think he's the MVP. So if you lose the 1 seed and you lose the bye, it's not because you lose to the Chiefs next week. It's because you lost to the Eagles. You lost to the You can't lose that one. They have earned the right to have no room to slip up because that loss right then could get you knocked out on the wild card round because you lost the bye. I think Drew Brees is second he's healthy, you got to get him out there. This whole idea of like, I don't know, it's not a thing. There is no Taysom-Drew Brees debate in my mind at all, and I have a feeling that once the doctors say yes, Sean Payton will too, and he better because they can't lose another game.
The defense was really disappointing to me in this one. The number one defense in the NFL going up against a kid who's never played in the NFL at all. The Saints have put themselves in a situation like you're saying where they have to beat the Chiefs next. They have to for a chance. For a chance at the 1 seed. I don't know if the Chiefs are beatable by anybody. I mean, 3 interceptions from their quarterback, and they still won. I don't know if anybody can beat the Chiefs right now. So it's wild. I'm a little surprised, and I want to ask you, Nate, I'm surprised we didn't see Jameis a little. You're shut out in the first half. You don't maybe get Jameis out there and give him a shot at that 2-minute drive?
No, because he's sitting on the sideline cold. It's like putting in your shooter in the fourth quarter after not attempting a shot in a basketball game. You know, Taysom Hill, he is good enough to win games. He's done that. So don't panic all of a sudden when the offense is moving.
I'm not being that guy, but like Atlanta twice and Denver, and then it's like, all right, now we're going against an Eagles team that's literally limping. Like the Eagles were dead to rights.
Yeah.
And they did nothing. With Kay, like I wouldn't have been shocked if I saw Winston in the second half, and I would have actually embraced that. Like there needs to be.
I was thinking we're going to see it.
Yeah,
Taysom out of the whole comeback.
I understand. That's fine, but like I kind of knowing that Brees is coming back, I almost felt like he could have.
I think that would have been a panic decision and also would have been dismissive of the games that Taysom has already won. Like, let him finish the game out. Now you can reevaluate after this game, really look at some of those mistakes and see how practice goes this week. And maybe we see Jameis a lot earlier than expected this following week.
Taysom against the Chiefs is scary.
It's tough. It's tough.
Maybe it is Jameis that can throw with the Chiefs. You know, one thing he's going to let it go.
That might be it.
You know, like Jameis is maybe not good.
Sean Payton sees it every day. He would know who the best quarterback is. All right, Jets, Seahawks. Let's see how that.
How about this game?
Jamal Adams was quite a character in this one, and he was all over the field. He's hugging some Jets guys. That was Joe Douglas. There he is, everyone there. All right, let's see how this goes. Russell Wilson, early, 7-3, back of the end zone, touchdown, DK Metcalf. Unbelievable player, DK Metcalf. And then he has this gift here because it's a birthday.
And he went up and used the camera.
And he used the camera. DK, happy birthday with a laminated sheet.
He got flagged.
He did. They were circling Jamal Adams because literally everywhere all over the field. And Sam Darnold,
And that's a sack right there. That makes him
the all-time leader for sacks in a season by a defensive back.
How about that? That's wild, man.
What's that?
2 games to play left.
I don't think he's been healthy all these games.
He hasn't. All right, the Goodell's are here. We're at Tampa. Big time of year. Here we go. Yes. Tom Brady. Down 6-0 early. What's he going to do? Naturally go to Antonio Brown, Mike Evans? No, Scooter. Apparently the one guy he can hit deep with all these Ferraris in his garage is literally the Scooter. He's like got that little moped thing and he loves riding. Got room for one more if you still want to go to Aspen. I bet Kirk Cousins would love that quote, but he did not love this. The Vikings